genre is exclusive to artist. Comparison to right to relation. Now talking about album. Talking about album belong to multiple units, right? And album belong to multiple units. Talk about multiple units and can have multiple associations. Then is to and relationship. Obviously, because an album can contain many type of songs, right, which relate to multiple genres, and a genre can be related to multiple albums, right, because many artists release their albums and they are having multiple genres. So a customer can purchase multiple albums, right? So a customer can purchase multiple albums, and an particular album is purchased by can be purchased by multiple customers. Same. Album is not exclusive to only one customer. Right? Album is always exclusive to customer. So therefore, this is also a mystery relation. I hope this is clear. Read for 20 to 30 seconds and then read with the another problem. Okay. So I hope you have read that, right? Just wait a minute. I guess for other batches I slides just to make them simpler for. Now, since previous one was a relatively easy problem, right? So this is the last problem for this unit. I don't want to cover so much of this because this is purely theoretical, and I know, guys, you are equally capable. Most of you guys are equally capable. I don't want to waste time on this ER diagram, right? I am just covering the questions which are asked in interviews, the kind of questions which are asked in interviews. So now, please read the problem statement. It is related to Foodie Express, that is food delivery app, right? We have different entities associated in it. We have different kinds of relationships, right, among them, which we need to define. Take a 1 to 2 minute read for this. Right now, it is 8 o'clock. We'll discuss at 8:02 or 8:03 sharp. Please have a read for this. Okay, so let's go on to identify the entities, right? So when you go through the example, you can see that there are different entities such as restaurants. We have diner, we have delivery personnel, right? Delivery personnel, that is the one who orders the that food, right? Who delivers the food basically. Diner is the one who orders the food, that is a customer, right? Just wait a minute. I hope, I guess. Okay, okay, okay. Let me just delete this slide. This will, okay, now that's fine. Now restaurants, diners, delivery personals, right? Then we have an order, right? Because order is itself an entity in its own, right? Then we have order items, then we have items, then we have reviews, right? Basically, if you have read the last line, then a review is associated with one diner. A diner can write multiple reviews. So review basically becomes an entity of its own, right? I hope up to this is clear. Can you give a thumbs up? Okay. So we have seven. One second. Any question? Okay. So we have seven different entities, right? After these entities, you can see how these entities logical kind of data model for you guys in this ER diagram, right? Please go through this and identify what are the primary keys, what are the foreign keys. For example, in this table, in orders table, we have order ID as a primary key. But diner ID, restaurant ID, and delivery personal ID are the foreign keys because they are the primary keys of other tables, right? Diner ID is a primary key of diners table. So please have a look on this. Okay, so if you've gone through the attributes of these these entities, right? So we can see that we are defining some constraints over here, right? We have foreign keys and we have primary keys for each and every entity, right? We have different sets of tables. So why am I showing you this slide? Because in the subsequent lectures, when we will go on by finishing this whole course, then I will be taking mock interviews, right? So when I will take mock interviews, I will ask you that ask you guys that, hey, design a food delivery app, right? How will you define the tables in it? How will you relate the entities? So I need you guys to have a good idea that how the attributes are defined, how they are related to each other, why we place foreign keys, what kind of foreign keys are placed in some other tables, right? So you have to look for each and every step, right? I will explain this, right? So if you see, right, let's go by entity by entity, right? Let's go entity by entity. Just wait a minute. Let me just shift this slide over here so that we can refer to this quickly, right? Here. Now, a diner can place multiple orders from different restaurants. Obviously, ER diagram is not restricted to any one correct form, right? So if you think that, hey, ER diagram, like you are doing wrong, am I doing right, or am I doing wrong, or you are doing right, that's not the case, right? Every person has its own perception of correctness, right? So you have to, since I have made this diagram, I have made this just a rough work to make you understand how will the relationships look and how the entities will be connected. It might not be the most optimal scenario in your own mind, right? So you can always argue with me that, hey, I guess that this is not optimal, that I guess relationship can be changed from 1 is to m to m is to n, because this can be the case, that can be the case, right? So ER diagrams are not restricted to one form, right? So it all depends on how you interact with the interviewer, right, and how the problem statement is given and how you perceive it, right? It all depends on discussion. The more you discuss, the more refined it will go, right? Now, a diner can place multiple orders from different restaurants, right? A diner can place multiple orders from different restaurants. If you see that diner, right, diner, wait a second, from different restaurants. So with the diner and orders, right, diner and orders, you can see that we have a 1 is to m relationship. Now, do you understand? I guess this is self-explanatory that why diners and orders have 1 is to m relationship, because a customer or a diner can place multiple orders, but an order is always exclusive to one customer, right? We are talking about an order. We are not talking about a restaurant item or a dish. We are talking about an order. An order is always exclusive to a customer. A dish can be non-exclusive, right? A dish can be ordered by multiple customers, but an order is ordered by only one customer, right? Is that clear, guys? Yes, Krishna. I guess somebody raised the hand. Please let me know if you have any doubt. Guys, please don't hesitate. If you have any doubt, we are open to discuss. Right. So if you talk about diners and orders, it is 1 is to m. Right. Now, if you see the previous statement, a review, a diner can write multiple reviews for different restaurants. Right. So if you go to Google review, right, you will see that a review is posted by a customer, but each review has a review ID which is exclusive to that customer. It will never be happening that if you posting a review, the same review will be related to some other customer. It will always be related to you, right? Because you are the one who is posting the review. So when we are talking about diner to review, then it is always 1 is to m, right? Do you understand why diner? So I will ask in between that, do you understand? Do you understand? You just need to give a thumbs up or thumbs down if you don't understand, right? So from diner to review, are we guys clear why it is 1 is to m, right? Okay. Now, when we are talking about diner to review, right, we should also talk about orders to reviews, right? When a review is given by a customer, it is given for a particular order, right? When a review is given by a particular customer, a customer will always like post a review for a particular order, that right? Because if we are like posting something, if you're using Zomato, right, you will only be sending a review for that particular order. You will not be posting a review for that particular restaurant ambience something. You will be posting a review for that order. So when you post an order, right, an order can have multiple reviews, right? An order can have multiple reviews. Why? Because that order, right, but a review is associated to only one order, right? Why I'm saying an order can have multiple reviews, because that order, right, that order can be ordered by multiple users, right? Then order can be ordered. Now if you see that when I was talking about 1 is to m, review and order, right? If I'm talking about order is to reviews, a particular dish, if we talk about dish, right, just wait a minute, I guess this is wrong. Wait a minute, this should not be 1 is to m, this should be, okay, okay, no, no, that's fine, okay. If you go through a Zomato, right? If you go through Zomato, if you go to a particular order or a particular item, you will see the number of reviews, like 5-star reviews, how many reviews it has been, it has got, right? If you see that, you will see multiple customers posted for that order, right? Now, a review will obviously be related to only one order, because the customer has posted a review for that order, right? Now, when we talk about delivery personnel, when delivery personnel to order, right? A delivery personnel can obviously or deliver multiple orders, right? If you see that over here, a delivery personnel or delivery person can handle multiple orders, right? But simultaneously, if say a delivery person is carrying 3 orders, and out of these 3 orders, each